Hi everyone, and welcome back to Face Over Matter. It is your girl Jay here, and in today's video I wanted to sit and do a get ready with me and just to kind of update you guys and just talk to you guys a little bit about what is it like living on your own at 22 years old and what that kind of looks like for me, and just kind of giving you guys like some insight to money and saving up for it and what I made as mistakes with moving and just things that I could have done better. So I wanted to touch bases on all of that information today, just in case you were thinking about moving out at, you know, whatever age you are right now, and just things that I've learned and that may be able to help you out before you make your final decision and really move. First, let me say this. You guys have pretty much helped make this happen. I mean, you guys are a big bulk of the reason why this has happened. Of course, God moved mountains and allowed this to happen, you know, and then of course just discipline, saving money, just being smart with the coins. So let's just get right into this video. I am not going anywhere today, but this this get ready with me is just simply me getting dressed to film another piece of content. So I'm getting ready to put my contacts in because usually when I wear makeup or when I do my makeup, I don't like wearing glasses. One, because I can't see. So if you are new to my channel, I know I always check my analytics, and I've seen that I have gained a couple thousand subscribers. So hello to you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the Face Over Matter family. I highly appreciate it. Okay, so just as a heads up, if you guys didn't know, I moved into my own place this past February. I officially moved in like on February the 12th, something like that. So yeah, I moved out February the 12th. I moved downtown. So the area that I lived in, I moved into the city part, so I moved downtown. So I'm, you know, in like this old historical like building. I'm near like a park. I'm near just a lot of noise, basically. One thing I will say off the top, I don't regret anything, but I will say I should have thought about it a little bit more, just because me being a content creator and just having to have that time and space to create, sometimes it calls for things to be pretty quiet, just because I don't need the background noise. I don't need all the extra hoorahs and conversations happening outside. So because I live literally on the forefront of a downtown congested area, there's a lot of noise all the time. If I regret anything, it's that. But I know I knew when I wanted to move wherever that was gonna be, I knew I wanted to live in the city portion, just to kind of get that downtown city vibe experience. I'm a country girl. I mean, I still pretty much live in the country, but I'm a country girl. I'm used to, you know, lots of highways, lots of back roads, really not a whole lot going on. So I wanted to live around where I could walk to a coffee shop, or where I could walk to a restaurant, if I could walk to whatever else. I wanted that experience. Maybe I should have got you guys to ask me questions, but I mean, I've already seen a few questions. But first things first, I want to go ahead and touch bases on the things that you guys really want to know, and that's the money. That is the money. So I moved into a 1-bedroom apartment just simply because I really wanted a 2-bedroom, because just that way I could actually have that separate filming space than actually having it attached to like my bedroom or my living room area or whatever. But I honestly wanted to challenge myself, which is a little crazy and a little bit more cost efficient. I really wanted to kind of challenge myself and see what I could do with a smaller space, as opposed to getting something that was so big and it's just me living there, just to have another area to film in. So me living at my father's house, let me try to multitask here. So me living at my father's house, I mean, I had my bedroom. When my sister officially moved out, I basically confiscated her room and used that as my film room. And then I had a whole office space, which was originally my filming room from like years back. That had become my like office space. So I had 3 rooms basically that I would utilize to film stuff in. Now, of course, I really didn't use my bedroom to film anything in, but I had my film space and I had my office space. And then even before my sister moved out, I still had 2 areas to work from. I had my bedroom, and then I had my office space that was located in the back of our house. So, so now downsizing and just having a living room and a bedroom to kind of utilize as different film spaces is a challenge for me, and that's what I honestly wanted to do, just to kind of see how creative I could get. So that was one of the main reasons why I did go with a 1-bedroom. And of course, two-bedroom apartment downtown in any area, I believe, is going to run you a nice penny. I mean, I'll even tell you a one-bedroom, if it's nice, you know, and especially downtown, they charge you for everything. They charge you for your view. They charge you for the amenities. They charge you for just because it's downtown. And then of course, if it's a really targeted tourist type of area, they're gonna charge you for that too. If it's connected to something, you know, where there's a lot of people coming through, they're gonna charge you for, I mean, they charge you for every freaking thing, right? But honestly, I love living on my own. I feel that it is something I had been wanting to, I know for a fact, it's something I had been wanting to do for the longest time. I had always wanted to live on my own. I'm just a very independent person. I just love having my own space. And like, don't get me wrong. I went from living with my father, my sister, and a child, my nephew. So you can imagine, even of course, like without, you know, him being in school, you know, he's at home. So there's a lot of noise happening constantly. There's a lot going on. There was more things before that were going on that was keeping me from really filming the way I wanted to. But I am forever grateful for my dad. Dad, if you're watching this, he watches my channel. I love you so much. Shout out to you. You are the best. You have helped make this happen. He knows. But even him, he has allowed me to use all those rooms so that way I could utilize and have that space. But again, going back to what I was saying, I went from living with different people and just kind of having that noise going on, right? So then once my sister moved, of course, the noise died down a lot. I mean, you can imagine living with a child under 10 years old. It's going to be pretty noisy at times. So even when they moved and then I used her room, of course, the noise definitely dimmed a lot, just because then it was just my father and I. And my dad's pretty quiet. Like you wouldn't even know he's in the house if he wasn't, you know, busting out laughing at something or in the kitchen cooking or cleaning or something like that. You wouldn't even know he's there. Like, he's just a super quiet person. So yeah, so you can imagine, you're probably thinking like, then all right, Jay, then why did you move? You know, you could have just stayed there with your pops. Right. But any young girl or any young woman or any young guy, you just want your own space. You just want to have that sense of freedom. You want to be able to maneuver and do things that you want to do. Now, again, shout out to my dad. He has given me all of the freedom I probably could have ever wanted. Not saying he just let me do X, Y, and Z, because he definitely didn't. It was just to the point, like, you know, I just had that freedom to be a young adult. He didn't, you know, hover over me, things like that. So he definitely gave me that freedom, with also teaching me how to be really, really independent. So shout out to my dad. My dad is my dude. He is on my screensaver. Like, I love him. So with him helping me, I was able to save, and that's mainly one of the biggest reasons why I was able to move, is because I was able to save a lot of money. You guys know I have a second job, so I work a 9 to 5, and then I do YouTube and I do other things. So all of these different sources of income, I was able to save a lot of money just to be able to have that upfront, not only to have the upfront money to move, but also, you know, just have that flexibility and whatever else. So let's fast forward. So now that I am out on my own, how do I feel? I love it. I absolutely love it. Just, again, just having my own space, just having that sense of freedom all over again. But I will tell you, moving out, in which I was definitely told that before I moved, so it was no surprise, but moving on your own is such a huge responsibility. I mean, it is a huge responsibility, because you go from someone, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, rent, you don't have to worry about lights, things like that. You're just there. You pay your little bill, your little parts, and then it's over with, right? But living on your own, everything is on you. Everything is on you. I mean, your lights, even down to toilet paper. Like, I'm down to maybe 1 or 2 rolls of toilet paper. I gotta get some toilet paper. Like, I'm used to just going down the hallway, and I know it's not that deep, but this is just my mind frame, right? I'm used to just going down the hallway, going to grab some tissue, because my dad goes to Sam's Club and he buys the value pack of toilet paper, and you know, that way it lasts us for a while. We don't have to continue to go to the store, just because at the time it was 4 of us living at the house. So I'm used to that. So now when I run out of stuff, I have to literally leave my place, drive to the store, and literally go shop. And I'm literally like, oh, this is what adulting is like. Like, this is what it is. You know, when you move into an apartment, just depending on where you're going or how your credit is, I'm just not sure how people do different things. But a lot of the times when you move out into an apartment or a house, you have to have some upfront money, right? You have to have a security. A lot of times apartments will have like security deposits. If you have a pet, security deposits for that. And then once you choose, well, this is how it worked for me. So I had a security deposit. So I had an application fee, which was $50 non-refundable, right? So once I did the application, and then once I picked a unit that I wanted, I had to put a security deposit down, which wasn't a lot of money, but it was roughly like $250. That was refundable just in case I didn't want to move there. They would give it back. But in order to like hold the spot so no one else could come up in that joint, see it and want it and take it, you had to put that money down. So I had to put money down for that. And then I had a security deposit. So once I got approved and got all of my information done, I had to put a security deposit down, which was basically just a security deposit. So basically what a security deposit is, from my understanding, is it's the security that, you know, you're gonna get the spot, right? And then it's something that you will get back once you actually leave. But they will kind of use that money just in case if you did damage to the place, they have to fix something, they will deduct it from that security deposit before you get that money back. So I had to put a security deposit down. And then once I chose my actual move-in date, which was February the 12th, I had to pay a prorated, like my actual move-in day, I had to pay a prorated rent, which wasn't the full rent, but it was like a little part of the rent. I had to pay that upon like getting my keys. So just because I didn't move like literally February the 1st to, you know, the 28th or whatever, however many days it was this year, I think it was 29 or something. It was a proration, so it wasn't that much, but I still had to pay for February because I was technically gonna be in there for some of February instead of the whole month. So I had to pay all that. So up front, I'm already paying, you know, a good chunk of money. So I'm like, dang. So outside of that, I mean, I needed to get a U-Haul. I needed boxes, and I am forever grateful for my dad and just the friends who did help me move, because one of my friends, he bought me some boxes. You know, it was just people are just so nice, you know? So if you are thinking about moving, just keep that in mind. It is good to have at least, I think they say like 3 months of your rent in your bank account. So you know that you're set for the first 3 months. That way you're not scraping money, you know, from the time you get there or from the time you leave. So that's definitely a good thing to do. So what is next? Now that I'm living on my own, do I eat healthier? No, but I am mindful of the food I do buy, just because I was used to my dad, you know, grocery shopping. Me, I just kind of buy stuff that I know I'm gonna end up eating. So I'll buy like turkey meat, I'll buy bread, I'll buy eggs, I'll buy, I mean, different things like that. Just that way I know I'll have something to eat throughout the week, so that way I know I'm not hitting up Olive Garden. I love pasta, so I always hit up Olive Garden or Chipotle or Panda Express, something crazy, you know? So now that I live on my own, no, I don't eat any healthier, but it's definitely in the works because I am mindful. Because now everything I buy is coming out of my pocket, so I want to make sure I'm spending, you know, and being smart with what I'm purchasing, right? So let's go back to the money, right? So then I had to get, you know, the lights turned on in my name. So of course, depending on your credit, sometimes you don't even have to put anything down. I had to put a little bit down. So it is good to make sure your credit is in line, looking decent, right? But I did have like a little deposit I had to put down just to get the lights in my name. Wasn't too bad. What else? And like, I kid you not, every day I was getting up going to work, I promise you, I was on the phone with someone getting something straight with this place. Like, so I had no idea. I knew of a lot of things that was gonna take place with moving, but actually being in the midst of moving, I had no idea I was gonna go through as much as I did. But God was completely in the midst of this move. He has made it so peaceful. I've had all of the help in the world to get to where I am. My dad, I mean, and I'm gonna reference my dad a lot in this because he is one of the biggest and main reasons why I was able to do what I do. Just simply because he provided you know, a house to grow up in, and you know, I'm just very grateful for him. And he's the type of father, he didn't expect me to pay for anything, even though I was making money. You know, I would help out here and there. He just does not expect. He would always say, if I even tried to pay a bill, he'd be like, no, don't worry about it. Like, I got it. You just focus on you setting yourself up. So I am just forever grateful to have a father like him. And it's crazy because his birthday, I was gonna say his birthday is actually in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what to do for him for like his birthday, things like that, because that is coming up very, very, very soon. And I want to do something really special for him. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So now that I'm living on my own, every day is something new, right? Every day is a different challenge. Every day is something to learn. Now, just me personally, where I live, now, and of course, this is situational, or you know, whatever. If you live like an apartment complex and they offer parking, that's one thing. Where I live, they do not offer parking. They do offer parking, but you have to pay for it. So the crazy thing is, and this is probably one of the things that I really disliked about where I moved, and this is just me personally, is that what they offer is a lot. I mean, they offer a lot. Like a lot of things are included in my rent, you know, for a really good price. So I'm grateful for that, you know, such as like cable, water, things like that. When I first inquired about the apartment, I didn't even question, which is why it's good to like really take your time when you are looking for a place, because you don't want to like hop into something and then like once you're in there, like you're in there, you really can't get out of it. So one thing I really disliked was the fact that they did not offer parking. Now the parking that they do offer, you do have to pay for it. So if you don't pay for the parking, of course you kind of just have to play that battle of, okay, hopefully there's gonna be a parking spot open when I get home from work, or whenever I get back, or you know, I may be able to walk to the place and I don't lose my spot, that type of thing. Where I live, they have a parking garage that you can park to, but it is a hefty, it's not a long walk, but it is a bit of a hefty walk. Imagine trying to carry groceries down a hill just to get to your apartment complex, you know, because you have to park in a parking garage. That is a little excessive for me. I don't mind walking. I could use the exercise because I don't really work out, which is something I need to start doing. But I mean, hey, if I'm trying to move furniture and knowing how I am, I'll be buying home decor and stuff like that. I don't have time to be trying to walk up the street, walk down the hill, around the corner. I mean, all this extra stuff. Like, I just don't want to do that, you know? I bit the bullet and added whatever I had to add to my rent to have priority parking, is what they call it. So now where I park is such a blessing, because, sorry if it sounds different and the lighting is different. My Sony camera, like, this is my baby. Like, when I tell you I love this Sony a5100, but it gets hot and then it literally says, you know, battery is too hot or something, cut off, and it'll shut off. So that just powered off. So I'm on my Canon, so I look a little odd. And then this one is halfway broken because, well, it's not broken, it's just needs a little love. Anyway, okay, so now I park at the priority parking, which has been a true blessing to my life, just because I can literally take the elevator or the steps or whatever I'm doing and I'm right there at my car. And it's gated, well, it's kind of gated off. Well, it's definitely gated off. So it's not like in the street, you know, where someone can like crazily hit it. I mean, I know someone could probably still hit it. Why am I even speaking that? Anyway, so now where I park, I have priority parking. It is an extra like $25 to my rent, which is like, sis, really? But it's definitely worth it just because of safety reasons. Where I would have had to park, I would be walking a good distance a lot of times most of the time by myself. And, you know, just for safety reasons and just for the conveniency of like trying to carry in groceries, things like that. There is a way I could bring my groceries in. Like, I could literally pull my car down to where my apartment is, take my groceries out. But I can literally like take my groceries, like pull my car down the hill, take my groceries inside, go up the elevator and all that extra stuff, and then come back outside, take my car back to the parking garage, and then walk back to my apartment. Like, that's what I wanted to avoid. So that's why I felt the $25 was worth the money.
What have I done? What have I done? I'm not the one, I'm not the one. You feel my feet on solid ground. Can't lose you, babe.
I think the biggest thing is just make sure you're smart with your money. That's the main thing that has really taught me just with living on my own, is I can't spend how I used to spend, which is cool because I used to just buy whatever, random stuff. I mean, if you guys know, I used to I'm not gonna say I used to collect phone cases, but I really collect phone cases. I buy phone cases, whether they're Apple cases, I mean, whatever. I had a whole box full of cases. I've just been gradually giving them away. But I can't do crazy spending. So that's something that has taught me to really be strategic with the way I spend, even down to eating out. I don't eat out like I used to. I mean, even down to my Chick-fil-A runs have really, I'm not gonna say I don't go, because I still go, but I'm not there all the time. But you just gotta be really strategic. You have to be really smart with your money. You gotta make sure the money's there when rent comes, when lights come, and you have to have money for the miscellaneous. Like, things just happen, so you gotta make sure. And it's not just your apartment. I mean, if you have a car, if you have other bills, I mean, you just gotta make sure the money is just where it needs to be. So if moving out hasn't taught me anything else, it has taught me to be smarter with my money, wiser with my money, and just to really grow up, you know, really value what it is that I want and prioritize what it is that I want to do. It helps me look at my goals a little. Listen to this, y'all. Oh no, they stopped. Okay. They're doing like some work downstairs, so like they make noise every day. But it just helps you kind of like prioritize like your goals, you know, what do you really want out of life? So yes, if you're at home, you really don't have a lot of responsibilities and you're making good money, yeah, you're gonna end up spending, you know, a lot of money unless you just already have that discipline. That's not my testimony. I haven't always had discipline with money, so I just used to spend and shop. I don't even remember the last time I bought any clothes. Like, that's the thing. I'm still rocking fall stuff. If you can see my little setup here, it's blazers and long sleeve shirts. Well, long sleeve jackets. That's a blazer, yeah. And then like jeans and stuff. And then the shoes I got down here are Doc Marten boots. But that's pretty much it, you guys. If you're thinking about moving out, it's definitely doable. I'm 22 going on 23. It's definitely doable. Again, I know circumstances are different. I've just been very fortunate and very blessed to be able to have that support system that has allowed me to be able to save. I am really grown out here. I'm really grown out here. Like, I'm really an adult. That's wild. I remember being in high school, y'all. Like, I'm really an adult. I want to go back. All right, so the lipstick I'm using today, I'm using, of course, y'all already know what I'm using. This is the Mint at Night pencil. I promise you, I'm not using any other lip liner ever again. That's my baby. And then the lip I'm using today, I'm gonna just go red. Why not? My last Get Ready With Me, I started out with a red lip and then I changed it. Today we're gonna go red. I'm feeling a little frisky, feeling a little bold today. So I'm using this is the Kat Von D, and this is in the color Outlaw. This is their Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. And I like to mix mine with a brown lip liner just because I didn't want it to be like too, I don't know. I just gotta have a brown lip liner with everything.
I don't know how we ended up like this. How sad it seems. Now can we try again?
I gotta let the red simmer. All right, here is the big reveal. This is what my hair is looking like. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna use this Suave Professionals. It's a shea butter and pure coconut oil frizz reducing refresher spray. So this is something I just recently started using and I kind of like it. So I just kind of spray it through my hair. I feel like it just kind of wakes my curls up, just because my curls, of course, they get mashed and whatnot while I sleep. I'm gonna just take this pick and I'm gonna just go through my hair and pick my hair out from this little matted state. But yeah, my curls, this is 3-day hair. I did my hair a few days ago. So I'm trying to make this last because I don't want to keep washing my hair all the time or trying to style it all the time. I may have to redo my sideburns if anything, but as long as the front is decent, I'm chilling. Let me go get my gel. I need some earrings. Hoops usually make me feel a little bit better if I don't like my hair, so I'm gonna do hoops today. I love these hoops just because they're big, but they're really thin. I feel like if they were thick, I wouldn't like them. But just because these are really lightweight and they're thin, I love them. All right, so if you gotta go back through your hair, which I am going to take, I'm gonna take a little bit of gel. You see like this little piece right here? I'm gonna take a little bit of gel and just kind of refresh these little pieces right here. I'm gonna open up my window and start hollering down there and be like, can y'all, do you mind? I'm trying to like hurry up before they start making a buckaroo of noise. I already hear it. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this video today. I know I didn't. See what I mean? So I hope you guys got something out of this video today. I know I didn't give specific numbers just for privacy reasons, but I hope what I did share with you guys did give you an idea on what to do and how to move about going out on your own. If that's something you are interested in doing, you can do it. You just gotta play with your numbers. See what you're making, see how you can make things stretch or whatever it is. Take it from me, just be really smart about it. I mean, I'm not gonna say this was the perfect time for me to move, but I just took the opportunity because it was there, right? So just depending on your circumstances, you just have to see what you can do at the time. And just make sure it's a smart move, but it is doable. You can do it. I believe in you. And just pray about it before you do it. Just make sure it's something that God wants you to do. That's the first thing. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. So as always, if you're new, I'm Jay. If you're not new, I just thank you so much for supporting me with whatever I do here with my channel. I love each and every one of you to no end. And of course, until next time, God willing, I will definitely see you all in my next video. Mwah.